In this video, we'll take a quick tour of Canvas and we'll take a look at the homework for week 1. When you sign into Canvas, this is what you'll see at the top of the home page. See, we're on the home page. There's a week 1 guide. I'll update this each week. This week, you should watch this video, read the syllabus, explore Canvas, sign up for Slack, do your homework, and check in. So tabs that you can navigate to, these are within our course, and then anything in the gray here is outside of our course. You can navigate to other courses, look at your calendar for all of your courses, message various instructors and people in courses. This is how you would message me in Canvas. I can't show you how that works because it's not something I can do as a test student. On the right-hand side, there's a to-do list. I don't recommend navigating to your work, at least for this week, from the to-do list. So I'm just going to ignore that for now. If we scroll down, there's the welcome video, syllabus information. You should actually read the syllabus, check out the syllabus video, information for signing up for Slack, and then here is some content related to the famine in North Korea game. You don't need to worry about this week, but if you are interested, feel free to start exploring, watch the video, and see if any of these primary sources are relevant to your role, and feel free to do independent research. But again, this isn't required for this week. Let's navigate to the next tab, modules. A module is just content organized into one spot. I will create a module for each week of class. Notice this little caret here. You can collapse the modules as we get to have more of them. You're going to want to do that when they're complete. Close them up. It says complete all items. This isn't something that you are required to do for a grade, and you don't need to complete them all in order to see the next module. They'll just be there. Instead, it's like a to-do list or a checklist that you can check off for your own purposes. So every little circle here can be turned into a check mark. Let's look at how. I'm going to click on the first resource, which is information if you need support, tech support for Canvas. Notice up in the corner here, there's a button that says mark is done. When you click on it, it now says done. You can navigate to the next thing in the module with the buttons down here. So this will bring you to the welcome video. Same thing as on the home page. And now you can navigate back, or you can navigate to the next thing. Syllabus info, same thing as home page. Let's mark that done. I think maybe I forgot to mark the last one done, so I'll go back. If you forget to do this stuff, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you can't advance, and it doesn't mean your grade will be affected. It's just for you to keep track of stuff you've looked at. The last thing in the resources section is lecture slides and files. I'll post all of the lecture slides and files from class in modules. That's where you'll find them. Let's mark as done. I've looked at this. Here's the handout, the game introduction and rules. Here's a link to a PDF of the slides as well as the slides embedded. I'm going to head back to modules. And now we can see that there are check marks next to these 4 things. And it says how to get your check mark right under. So this one says mark done, and these ones say marked done. Now the rest of the things in the list say submit. So you have to submit them to get your check mark. For anything that Canvas calls a quiz, these aren't really like quizzes in any way you might think about, but Canvas doesn't call them all quizzes. You can tell that they all have rocket ships. And a rocket ship also means that's a thing you have to do in Canvas. It tells you how many points each one is worth and when it's due. So homework 1 information is here. Let's do that. Click marked done. Homework 1 is worth 20 points as per the syllabus. And it's graded on a pass, no pass basis. The passing criteria, or in this case, technically criterion for this week, is to score 80 points or more on the introduction to argument mapping materials. That is everything else in the module. So you can see there are 5 lessons and a quiz. This is the introduction to argument mapping week 1 stuff. Here's what a lesson will look like. Instructions: you should engage with all the content, watch the videos, answer the questions yourself before advancing to see the solutions, and correct your answers when you get them wrong. Some of the pages don't have anything for you to do, they're just information. Some of the questions have quick free response things. These are not auto-graded. There aren't many of them. Navigating ahead to find one that is auto-graded. Okay, here's your first question that will have a right or wrong answer. Is this an example of an argument or a fight? Say we said, that looks like a fight. And then I advance to the next page and I go, oh snap, it was an argument. And I figure out why, navigate back, and change your answer so you get the points. Now, getting the points will be easy because you'll see what the answer is and you can immediately go fix your answer. You don't have to retake the whole lesson, though you can complete the lesson more than once if you, for some reason, want to. So it should be easy to get full credit on the lessons. That doesn't mean the lessons are easy, but getting the points won't be the issue. That being said, it wouldn't be a very good learning strategy to just go through to get the points. You should answer the questions yourself before you see what the answer is. Give yourself the opportunity to make a mistake because it's good for learning. Let's go back to the modules. So there will be 5 lessons and then a quiz. Let's take a look at that. So the quiz is in time. You can retake it. You will see the correct answers once you've taken it. And then you can use those to retake the test. So you should probably plan to take it twice. That being said, don't just submit a blank test and copy the answers because that would be a poor way to actually learn anything or to test what you've taken away from the lessons. So getting the points will be easy, but that's not really the point. Unlike before, this one, all the questions are laid out in advance and you don't immediately get the answers. But it's pretty straightforward. Okay, let us go back to the modules page. So that's what homework 1 looks like. And again, the raw scores you get on these do not contribute directly to your final grade. It's worth like 94 points, and your task is to get 80 or more, which should be very easy to do. So if you have a typo or just make a dumb mistake and you miss a point, but you understood what was going on, don't be a perfectionist and go back and fix things. 80 points or better is good enough. Go for understanding, and it should be pretty easy to get the points you need for full credit. I'll say a bit more about where exactly your homework 1 points will be in a moment. The last thing in the module is check-in. You can technically do this at any time. You don't have to go through this stuff in order, though it would be weird if you didn't do these in order because they build on each other. So you can check in technically right away, and if you want to do that because it's simple and straightforward, feel free. It would also make sense to complete all this and then check in after you've done it, but whatever you want to do. This is what it will look like. Again, Canvas calls everything a quiz. It's not really a quiz, it's checking. And it'll be a simple question for you to reflect on and a text box. Don't write a ton, but actually give it some thought and write something real. This is an opportunity both to reflect and also to communicate with me, because I'm definitely going to read them and respond. So think of it as a conversation/reflection. Finally, we've got the grades tab. So we can see grades for everything, and it might look like all of this stuff is directly contributing to your grade, but the only thing that is homework 1, and this isn't a thing that you'll actually complete. I don't even know what it'll look like when you click on it. It'll say like no submission, and it's not clear how you're supposed to submit anything. That's because you don't have to submit anything. Instead, you complete this stuff, And when I see that you have completed it, I will enter your 20 points, and that is what will contribute towards your grade, which will be up here once you have one. Down at the bottom, this is where points are aggregated, so all of your weekly homework points will be aggregated as a group here, and likewise with check-ins, and there's papers, in-class activities, and at the very end, a course eval. It keeps track of all of the introduction to argument mapping points because it keeps track of everything, but not everything is what I've decided contributes to your actual grade. So don't be confused by all the points. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, that completes our tour of Canvas. Enjoy the argument mapping homework and don't hesitate to reach out, especially by Slack or Canvas if you have further questions.